Welcome back. The Class A state basketball tournaments open tomorrow in North Dakota. And to break down the brackets, we welcome back our own Jody Norstedt. So Jody, what do you expect to see this weekend in Fargo?
Well, Kelly, it sounds cliche, and it is. We should expect the unexpected, because actually that's what we saw at the EDC and WDA tournaments with powerhouses like Minot, the defending state champs, the three-time defending state champs, getting knocked out, not making state. Bismarck and Davies didn't make state. The Shanley girls getting upset too. They have to stay home. Let's take a look at who's left in the Final Eight for boys and who they'll play at state in Fargo beginning Thursday at the Shields Center. I'm going to give a little insight into each team, and we'll hear from some of these teams too. The first matchup pits the top seed from the West, Bismarck Century, winners of 18 in a row, and they'll go against the underdogs from the East in 4-seed Red River. Now, Century led the West all season, and they look to avenge a state championship loss last year to Minot. The Patriots are deep, 4 guys averaging more than 10 points per game, including this guy, Josh Sipes, who leads the team with just over 15 per game. And don't forget, this has been the miracle team this season. They've won 3 times on 3-point buzzer beaters, including one against Minot in the WDA semis. That one was against Bismarck. But they'll have to face the Giant Slayers from Red River, who knocked out top-ranked Davies in the EDC tournament. In fact, the Rough Riders had lost by 59 points to the Eagles a month ago before beating them in the state qualifier. Now they enter state playing with house money, and give a player like Pearson Painter credit. He scored 29 in the state qualifier, and the senior feels like they can keep it rolling.
I think this win gives us a lot of confidence. You know, our offense is always shooting with confidence, and our offense has been pretty hot all season long, and when our defense is clicking, they can't score, and we really separate ourselves from other teams.
We are playing our best basketball right now, and that's what we said coming in. Offensively, we're hitting shots, we're reading people, we're getting lanes, we're creating our own space. Defensively, we're rotating, and we just got to move our feet a little bit and rebound. And we're taking care of the ball, and that's what really counts.
Now, Game 2 will feature the EDC runner-up from Shanley against Mandan, the 3rd seed out of the West. The Deacons came into EDC as the 4 seed, but also upset Davies, beating the Eagles in the semis. Now, they rely on their pair of all EDC performers, Jake Cava, Cam Seville. Shanley hopes to make a run in state after dropping their first 2 games at state last season, and head coach Andrew Burns knows it's his seniors that make the team go.
It starts defensively and being able to have a good tempo that ways, and ultimately we got to make some shots. Got to make some shots, and that'll be the key for us. Yeah, our seniors are fantastic, and they wanted to get back and have another shot at it, and they led us all year. And continually improve.
Now, Mandan will try to bring Shanley's run to an end. Coming into state as the 3 seed, the Braves boast a 20-4 record. Now, they had to beat Bismarck and Minot through the losers bracket to reach state, but they are dangerous with a long, athletic roster featuring the WDA Senior Athlete of the Year, that guy Trey Steckler, his twin brother Cam and Elijah Klein, all 3 of those guys over 6'4" and ready to do some damage. And Steckler believes his team can hold the trophy at the end.
We just got to play like we played these last 2 games here. I mean, we got to lock down on defense, worry about our defense, and then offense will come with defense. We just got to focus on our defense, and we'll win the championship.
We just have to play man-and brave basketball. If we play like we did tonight, you know, we have a great chance to do some damage in the tournament.
Trey Steckler and Jake Cava should be a fun matchup in that Mandan-Shanley showdown. Take a peek at the bottom of the bracket. We have potential for an all-West Fargo semifinal. That is if they can get by the 2 teams from the West that upset the apple cart. Let's take a look at the top seed of Mustangs from Cheyenne. Fresh off their first EDC tournament title, the Mustangs are ready for more. They run up and down the floor, and they shoot a ton of threes. After beating West Fargo in the semifinals, the Mustangs came out on fire against Shanley in the championship and led wire to wire for their first title. The Mustangs hope they can carry their 86-point per game average into state, but head coach Tom Kirchhoffner thinks it will come down to hustle plays.
Right now it's just going to take 36 minutes, and it's going to be those 10 to 20 plays that we're diving for the loose ball, maybe getting an offensive rebound, just getting extra possession. We're just going to take it one day at a time, one drill at a time, one rep at a time.
We got to stay committed to what we're doing every day at practice. Our coaches give us great game plans every night, and we just got to follow them.
Westfall and the Mustangs will take on St. Mary's, who's heading to state for the first time since 2014. The Saints are led by seniors Cole Gendrew and John Nordberg, who went from being a 7 seed in the WDA tournament to advancing to the big dance. Yes, you heard me correctly. That is absolute upset city. 7th seed in their conference. Head coach Brent DeCook knows the gauntlet they just went through should have them prepared for Fargo.
Well, anytime you come into this tournament, it's going to be a dogfight to get out of this tournament. You know, you're playing teams that you've seen multiple times throughout the year, and it's extremely tough to play teams 3-4 times. So we can take that confidence with us that we came out here this weekend and we competed and we got ourselves there.
What we did in the regular season doesn't matter. Now we're going into state. Our record's 0-0, and we got to play every game like it's our last.
Now the final game of opening night will pit West 2 seed Jamestown against West Fargo, or youngsters versus veterans. Jamestown is led by junior forward Marshall Walters. He's averaging just over 16 points per game this season, and sophomore forward Bowden Skunberg, who's a prospect to watch. He's a talented kid. Coming into the WDA tournament as the 6th seed, the Jays began their improbable run by first knocking off Mandan and then taking out St. Mary's in this semis. Their opponent, West Fargo, relies on, of course, superstar senior Joe Pistorius, who won EDC Player of the Year, along with the leadership from 3 other senior starters to make the state run. That guy, Avi Sufi, is one of them. Junior Luke Lennon is another. All of them, all EDC performers. West Fargo was dominant all season long and spent the whole season in the top 5 of the state. They hope to add to their string of championships that include baseball and football from this year. And head coach Adam Polcheski thinks they just need more of the same.
We need to continue to do what we do as far as rebounding, sharing the ball, fundamentals on offense and defense, and taking care of the ball. We got to value the basketball.
A huge thing for us is help defense. I mean, we were a little shaky on that in the semifinals and a little bit here too. And I also think that turnovers were a big deal. I had quite a few this game, and that's something that I need to shore up, and I think the rest of our team can work on that too. We have a little bit going on with our offense right now. We're getting a little stagnant, and I think we need to create a little bit more movement. From there, I think that we're a good enough team that I think that we can go a ways in this tournament.
So that's a wrap for the boys preview. I'd pick a winner, Kelly, but I think it'd be useless. Draw a name out of a hat, and this one after what we saw last weekend.
All right, well, great stuff either way, Jody. Thank you. Coming up next on Midco Sports Tonight, we break down the favorites and the underdogs in the girls bracket. Stay tuned.